And what the weekend's going to be looking for folks who are planning to head outside or maybe hit the road. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, huh?
A mixed bag is the perfect way to put it, Peter and Laura. Good morning to you. We've got already some of these thunderstorms that have ramped up this morning, but we've still got some clear skies out there as well, stretching down through the mid-Atlantic, much quieter than it was just 6 hours ago. But some of this rain impacting folks as they hit the roads in northern New England and the Midwest. Those are going to be some of the spots that we watch through the day today. So specifically, spotty showers and storms essentially east of the Rockies. There isn't one spot that's going to really ramp up until we get into the afternoon hours, and that's going to be centered across parts of the upper Midwest, stretching back into those northern plains. You can see Minneapolis right in the bullseye of that. Hail is going to be our biggest threat. 2 inches and higher is possible for specifically Minneapolis, but the wind gusts, the tornadoes, isolated in nature, will be possible here as we get through today and into tonight as well. Looking ahead to tomorrow, more of these afternoon thunderstorms. Again, kind of spotty showers, maybe some thunderstorms across the southeast. That severe threat now centered across the Great Lakes, so it could be a little bumpy if you're getting out into the afternoon hours tomorrow from Green Bay stretching back to Des Moines. We'll look for those wind gusts and hail to be the biggest threat, but again, an isolated tornado or two. By the time it's all said and done, we've really got a couple of locations that could pick up anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches. Minneapolis stretching down through the plains, guys, is where we'll see those highest amounts of rainfall. Back over to you.
Angie, thank you very much.
Also this morning, well, we've got, of course, that rain for the east, guys, and the severe threat that we're going to watch across the Midwest. Out west, though, hot and bright temperatures well into the triple digits for our friends across the Southwest. We've got 90s in place for parts of the plains. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast, guys.
Thank you very much.
All right, still to come. The glitz, the glamour.
Keep an eye on the forecast for us. What do you know?
Guys, boy, was it hot this week. But if you're looking for some relief, we've got that happening across much of the country, especially considering we were into those triple digits for so many at the beginning part of the week. Still a handful of us under these heat alerts. We'll still see 11 million, including Philadelphia and parts of the Southwest, Phoenix included in that as well, with some of those heat advisories up for now. Temperatures are much cooler than they were earlier this week, but they sure aren't cool by any means. We've still got the 90s we're expecting for St. Louis, Minneapolis, Wichita, and even out towards the east. Washington, D.C. hits 93 degrees today with a heat index value of 100. So as we head into tomorrow, more of the same essentially. Across the southeast and the Gulf Coast, we've got 90s, but feeling like those triple digits or at least high 90s. Little Rock into the low 90s. Chicago ends up at 94 degrees with that heat index checking in at 99. As we get into July, it's pretty normal. These temperatures into the high 80s, low 90s are what we expect for this time of year, and that's what we're going to get. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Chicago will head to the upper 80s. We've got New York City hanging around those upper 80s as well, and the 90s on tap for Norfolk for the beginning of the upcoming work week. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast, guys.
Angie, thank you. Just ahead, whether you're headed out of town for the 4th or later this summer, we're going to...
We are back with Pop Star Joe. What is a poppin'? We are calling this Pop Star. But most of it's stuff you just have never heard before.
Imagine having enough that you have just 80-something songs
no
all cut on the floor.
Prolific, to say the least. All right, next up,
what a lineup of people.
We say 83 years young.
Exactly.
She's amazing
exactly.
All these
she
years.
is. All right, up next.
All right.
Only David Beckham looks that cool when he's in the hospital.
Exactly. And now he's been knighted. So there you go. Even better. Super mom.
I think all moms feel like that sometimes.
Exactly. So it's very relatable.
Yes.
She's doing a great job.
Kids are exhausting. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a good pop start. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Still to come, our Saturday morning boost and the dancing tent with the full forecast. I see soggy. It's not a good sign.
Yes, not a good sign, I'd say, if you're maybe hitting the roads or heading out to the airports. But we've got some good news, too. It's not all bad news, guys. This is a look at Monday. I know it's going to be a busy travel week, so let's focus on Monday. We've basically got the rain stretched from the Great Lakes down to the Gulf Coast. So, yes, likely some delays in that area. But notice out west, we've got plenty of sunshine across parts of the Rockies. We've got a lot of sunshine. And temperatures are going to be into the triple digits. As we get into Wednesday, most of that rain will be stretched across the southeast. So we're still looking at improving conditions midweek if you're going to head out and hit the roads. We've got really pleasant conditions out west, a lot of sunshine for the Great Lakes and stretching down to the Ohio Valley. And it'll be quite warm, too, for folks across the Northeast. A nice kind of midweek forecast for you. Looking ahead to Friday, your 4th of July forecast looks pretty good in some spots. We've got, of course, the heat and humidity that we're expecting from Chicago to St. Louis, Wichita, all expected to be into the 90s. Even the Northeast, it's the 80s from Boston to New York. Pretty good temperatures there. We head to the mid 80s for Washington, D.C. Only a couple of spots to watch for some of that rain that could interrupt those fireworks. It's going to be parts of the upper Midwest, those northern plains where we could see some showers and thunderstorms. Still, of course, it's monsoon season. Going to see some of those storms across parts of the Southwest. And then we've got a little bit of that rain specifically for our friends across Florida. Guys, back over to you.
New York looking perfect for the fireworks. Angie, thank you.
One day, and you got some trouble in the tropics.
Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet season so far, guys, but we do have one area that we're going to watch in the Bay of Campeche that does have the potential to develop maybe into a depression here by the time we end the weekend. As we get into Monday, though, most of that will dissipate as we see heavy rain for our friends in eastern Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize. That's a look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood. And that's a look at your forecast, guys.
Angie, thank you very much. Still ahead, we are going summer shopping. Julie,
That is going to do it for us on a Saturday morning. Weather's going to be...
I mean, depends where you are. A little bumpy in some spots, but it's not all bad news.
Angie finds a way to have fun on the weekend.
Yes, I do.
Got it.
Appreciate you joining us. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.
Have a good weekend, everybody.